Are you looking to improve the concealability of your holster? Then this review video, it's for you. Hello everybody, Brian Kirby here with Take Aim TV. We are back with a new review video, and what we're doing is testing and reviewing the Wedge by Vedder Holsters. So what is it and what does it do? This is a wedge system that would go onto a Kydex holster via Velcro. So the wedge is made out of a Voltex foam. It's soft. The material itself is a jersey material, so it's breathable, and it adds to the comfort factor when you're wearing for, long term. I appendix carry, and I noticed while testing it, it kind of took a little bit of the pressure off, like the pubic region, where usually after a long day of wearing, the Kydex can be pressing in, especially if you're driving in a car and you're sitting for long periods of time. This kind of helped a little bit, dispersing the pressure, so it felt a little more comfortable. Now what it's designed to do is to decrease the printing that may happen from your pistol grip while wearing. Because of the way the pistol is when it's holstered, the grip tends to stick out the most when you're trying to conceal it. So what this does is, depending on your placement of the wedge on the back of the holster, it'll press the grip closer to your body. The install process is super simple. You first clean your holster with the included alcohol pad, then you place on the Velcro strip, and you're good to go. That's it. That's probably the easiest install I could ever explain to you in the history of this channel. So as always with all the products I review, I always mention that make sure you train with this setup, because the reason I'm saying that is that the wedge will press that grip tighter against your body, which may change how you draw, because if you're going to reach for that pistol and you're used to wrapping your thumb around the grip on the draw, it may be a little more difficult if the grip is pressed tightly against your body. So make sure you're practicing doing dry fire training with this system before you just go out and carry it. You can move the wedge around to adjust how much you want it against your body. If you have it too far to one side and your sights now and your rail is printing, you basically just move the wedge the opposite way, so you find that perfect balance to where the grip is hidden and the sights and everything like that are not printing as well. I did notice a difference depending on what I was wearing, that this did improve concealability. Not by much. I don't have much of an issue with this holster with concealing it. The claw that the Vedder holster has already aids in that concealment a lot. This did help though, because like on some shirts that are tighter, I noticed that it concealed even better on those tight shirts that tend to hug the body where my grip usually shows. Over the years, I've tested tons of different holsters, like more than I can count. And I've fallen in love with Kydex holsters. They were always the best. They were simple for me, and they concealed well. So what's my thoughts on this wedge overall as someone who carries every day? Yes, it did work. It improved the concealability of the pistol. It did add a little bit to the comfort factor. Not a huge difference though. I'm not saying this is some kind of game-changing thing. I think for the price though, it's a $15 piece. And it goes on, obviously, super easy. If you could put a sticker on something, you could probably install this onto your holster. But some people, based on body types, have a real hard time concealing their grip. That's the hardest part of the pistol to conceal. Guys will go down in size in pistols thinking that if they get like a subcompact or a really small gun, that's going to solve the problem. But the issue usually is the grip. So you can get skinnier slides and all that stuff, but usually it's the grip is what prints the most, because that's what's sticking out. And I did feel like this improved the concealability factor enough to where you couldn't even tell I was carrying it. But in the grand scheme of things, the first thing you learn after years of concealed carrying is nobody's paying attention. No one's looking at your waist. No one knows what they even look for, except for guys like us who, we carry. So we may be, oh, I see that guy, he's printing. Another question you may be asking yourself is, how is this going to be for cleaning, odors, things like that? It's obviously pressed against your body, and a part of your body that will probably sweat, especially in the warmer months. It's made of a non-absorbent foam, so that foam, the properties of it in itself, tend not to absorb things like odors and bacteria. It's easy to clean. I don't imagine it being exposed to dirt or anything like that. It's, that's pressed against your body. The placement of the wedge is going to depend on where your problem area is, and so the rule is you kind of go the opposite way. So if your grip is the problem area that's printing, place the wedge on the opposite side of your grip. But find the happy medium. It doesn't mean you got to go crazy in one way or the other, because the problem is if you push your grip way tight in, it may bring your slide out just a little bit, or your sights may print depending on how big your sights are in your rear. It's a pretty cool concept here. I like the fact that it can go on any holster. It doesn't have to be a Vedder holster. It can go on anything. The install is easy. Also, if you want to ditch it, say if you're wearing something where you don't need this, they were smart enough to put the right side of the Velcro, the soft side that goes against your body is there. So if you want to ditch the wedge and go wedgeless, you can. I think this is a good product for 15 bucks. You can't really go wrong. And if you don't like it, send it back to Vedder. I'm sure they'll give you your money back. They have a pretty good warranty and return policy. So give it a shout. The Vedder Wedge by Vedder Holsters. Hey everybody, one other thing. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. We're battling shadow bans every other day on our Instagram page. So stick with us, and hopefully Instagram can be a little kinder to us who support the Second Amendment. But remember, stay aware, carry often, and I'll see you next time.